Good afternoon, pupils. For today's lesson, we are going to discuss about adjectives and its degree of comparison. Adjectives are words that describe a noun. Adjectives are words that describe a person, a place, a thing, or an event. Adjectives are also used to compare a thing to another things, person, places, animals, and events. Here are the degree of comparison for adjectives. We have the first degree, or also known as positive degree. In this degree, we focused on only one noun and there is no comparison. So we are simply describing a noun. For example, the pencil is long, the room is dirty, the pupils are active, Tina is cheerful, Darwin is tall. So as you can see in these examples, we are simply describing the nouns like pencil, room, pupils, Tina, and Darwin. Again, for positive degree, there is no comparison. We are simply describing a noun. For the second degree, it is the comparative degree of comparison. This is when two persons, animals, things, and events are being compared. One or two syllable word, we add er or IER. Two or more syllables, we add more or less. Examples: today is colder than yesterday. My grandfather is older than me. So our adjective cold and old are added er at the end and the word than. So we use the word than in comparative degree of adjective. Another example, the ocean is deeper than the sea. Maya is happier today than yesterday. So as you can see in this example, we are already comparing two nouns. For the first one, we have the ocean and the sea. And for the second one, it is today and yesterday. That we are comparing how Maya or how happy Maya is. So as you can see, for the first example, we add ER. And for the second one, we add IER because happy ends with Y. So when the adjective ends with Y, we have to change Y to I and add ER. In this example, we have the positive and comparative degree. So let's have skateboard is expensive. This is in positive degree because we are simply describing the price of a skateboard alone. For the second example, a motorcycle is more expensive than a skateboard is already in comparative degree because we are comparing motorcycle and a skateboard's price. So we use the word more because the adjective expensive is already or it has three syllables. Tina is cheerful is in the positive degree because we are simply describing Tina. For the second example, this is already in comparative degree because we are comparing Chris and Tina. So we use the word more because cheerful has two syllables. Now, let's proceed to the third degree or the superlative degree of comparison. When three or more persons, animals, things, and events are being compared, we use the superlative degree. For one or two syllable word, we add EST or IEST. For two or more syllable, we add most or least. So again, for superlative degree, we are already comparing three or more nouns. Example. So the first example is in positive degree. The pencil is long because we are simply describing the pencil. The second example, The marker is longer than the pencil. This is already in comparative degree because we are comparing the marker and the pencil. And as you can see, we add ER for the comparative degree. For the third example, the ruler is the longest among the three. We are already in the superlative degree because we are already comparing ruler, the marker, and the pencil among the three. So longest, we add EST because it is already in superlative degree. Here are the other example wherein we already use the superlative degree of the adjective. May is the brightest girl in the class. So this is in superlative degree because we are comparing May to all the girl in the class. So as you can see, we add EST. Next, Donna wears the prettiest dress in the fall. So we are comparing the dress of Donna in all of the dress in the fall. And because she has the prettiest, it means it is already in superlative degree. So we add IEST. Because pretty ends with Y, we have to change Y to I and add EST. Then last, Makibao is the fastest among the 5 horses. So we are already comparing Makibao to the other 5 horses. That is why we have to use the superlative degree. In this example, we have the positive, comparative, and superlative of the adjective expensive. So the first example, skateboard is expensive. So we are simply describing the price of a skateboard. For the second example, we are already comparing a motorcycle and the skateboard's price. That is why we use the word more to indicate the comparative degree. So we add more because expensive is an adjective that has 3 syllables already. For the superlative degree, we use the word most because, again, the adjective expensive has 3 syllables. And for this one, we are already comparing car, the motorcycle, and the skateboard. So the car is the most expensive among the 3. So here are the adjectives that are irregular in form. So the first column is in positive degree, the second column is in comparative degree, and the third column is in superlative degree. So bad in comparative degree will become worst, and worst in superlative degree. For good, it will become better to best. Little, less, and least. Much and many, they have the same comparative degree, which is more, and the same superlative degree, which is most. So remember these irregular adjectives. Adjectives of 1 syllable, add ER and EST. So we have strong, wise, dry, and hot. So as you can see, for strong, because it ends with letter G or a consonant, all we have to do is to add ER, stronger. And for superlative degree, we have to add EST, which is the strongest. For wise, as you can see, it already ends with the vowel E. So all we have to do is to add R for the comparative degree and add ST for the superlative degree. For the word dry or words that ends with Y, we have to change Y to I and add ER. For comparative degree and for superlative degree, we have to change Y to I and add EST. And for some adjective like hot, we have to double the letter or the consonant T to make it hotter and add ER to make it hotter, and same with hottest. So we have to double the letter T and add EST. Then, Some adjectives are composed of two or more syllables like delicious, expensive, useful, popular, difficult, important, dangerous, colorful, beautiful, and helpful. So if the adjectives are like this, you have to add more for comparative degree and most for superlative degree. Remember that when you add more, no need to add ER. And if you add most, no need to add EST. So Alan said apples are delicious. Later on, he said guava are more delicious than apples. This time he said mangoes are the most delicious. So as you can see here, because delicious has three syllables, we add more for comparative degree and most for superlative degree. So that's all for adjective and its degree of comparison. Thank you for listening.